This is Street Connect, a project that I started to bring more purpose and connection into New York City life. And I do that by having conversations with strangers.
So what was the happiest day of your life and the worst day of your life?
A very happy day of my life.
Yeah.
Was first time that I saw Step.
Uh-huh.
And then pursued trying to join the step team.
Yeah.
And finally was let on.
You found
Was
your passion.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
and
cool.
that was a very happy day. I mean, there have been so many other happy days since then.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that was something that I was looking for.
Right.
And I found it. So that was
cool.
Really exciting.
I too was a step dancer, Irish step dancer.
Oh, I'm
very
what?
different. You're like, I don't think you.
The worst day of my life was, that one's so much easier. I think it's easier to remember pain.
Yeah, it's easier to recall something profoundly difficult or sad than it is to.
Which is
it's weird.
sad.
Yeah.
I guess we feel grief deeper or whatever. The saddest moment that sticks in my mind is I had a miscarriage between my third and fourth kids.
Mm-hmm.
It was, maybe it's always unexpected.
Yeah.
But the night before, I was oh, my stomach hurts. And I had to do a panel the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember getting up to try and get ready for the panel. My stomach was still hurting. And I was I just gotta go to the bathroom. And then when I got up, I could feel the release. And when I looked in my underwear, there was just the perfect sphere of everything was intact. And I could see a baby inside. And it was so small because I was only 9 weeks.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's very, very sad.
That it's a very sad moment. I also had a miscarriage not that long ago, and similarly, it was spontaneous, and the pain was tremendous. Obviously, you don't prepare for something like that. Maybe it was a little bit naive of me, but I just assumed I'd have an easy pregnancy, and that definitely threw me off. It happened really quickly, and I don't even think I really knew what was happening to my body. I think deep down in my heart, I knew I was having a miscarriage, but I almost needed the doctor to tell me the next day that that's what happened. And, the pain was almost like giving birth. It was unbearable, and I don't have children yet. What's been really, I think, beautiful about it is that it brought my husband and I together. And I really think that when we do have a child, when we do bring a beautiful baby into this world, it will be that much more meaningful. So I chose to see it from that lens, but it's still hard and it's still sad. And I think also with social media too, you see this person's pregnant, that person just had a baby, and everything's so perfect. And what's been also really great is I've had a lot of women, similarly to this conversation, talk to me and tell me they had a miscarriage too, and I didn't realize how common it is.
Exactly. It's nobody talks about it.
No one talks about it.
A part of this strange group
yes,
that you don't want to be a part of. It's you don't hear about it.
Absolutely, it's weird. That I hope will change.
But is there anything if you're given the opportunity that you would do over again?
I think I would be less apologetic. I felt like I was very apologetic personally and professionally when I was younger, meaning, I would be sort of oh, I'm so sorry for that. I would be just more of my authentic self, and less of a version of me I thought I should be. And I definitely feel the past 5 years I've honed that in, and I am my authentic self, and I am who I am, love it or leave it. But I think a lot of young women struggle with that too. Also professionally, I would say I would be a little bit more aggressive about things. I wish I could have been less apologetic and maybe more aggressive about the things that I wanted.
So you said that there was a change that happened in the last 5 years, you feel
Yeah, shift. More? Yeah. I don't know what exactly triggered it. I have a lot of addiction in my family, and I think it kind of forces you to just, I don't want to say grow up quicker, but you have to, put on an adult hat and, be a version of yourself that you never really thought you had to be. So I think that definitely weighed very heavily in like who I am actually. My two brothers were former heroin addicts, and this went on for like about a decade. And so yeah, my family struggled with that quite a bit, and it was a really hard time, you know. But I think the shift happened, you know, when I helped them go through recovery, and then I just became more confident in myself, and I think I became more like a little bit more spiritual, and I think like age also, you know, you just like get to know yourself better. Right. I think like there was a confluence of things that changed in me, not just one particular thing.
Right.
Excuse me. Jake, come here.